Hello and welcome to Heroes of Handheld. This is episode. What episode is it, Chris? What episode is it?
260.
260. A
260.
milestone. Everyone talks about 260. It's a special number, and it means it has a special place in our heart because 260 is the episode we're on now. So it means a lot to us. It's a special number, and by God, this is going to be the best darn episode we've ever done in our 4-5 year history. 5 years.
Do you know what Pokemon is number 260, Colin?
Is it still Steelix, the evolved form of Onix?
No, it's actually Swampert, the water ground Pokemon.
That was
It's the final evolution of Mudkip.
Oh, that's convenient because isn't the community day for July? Isn't it Mudkip?
It is Mudkip.
That is weird, isn't it? Because that's this weekend, isn't it? The community day, I think.
Is it? Yeah, normally it's around this time, isn't it?
I'm going to double check that because I think because it's been hotter and a lot of countries around the world, obviously Europe and in America is having a massive heat waves everywhere, and in this country it's hot as well. I think they're doing because normally the community days are during the middle of the day, so about midday till 4 or 1 till 4 or something. But I think for this one they pushed it to the afternoon, like 4 till 7, just so it's a bit cooler for people. I'm going to double check that. Let's have a look. So yeah, community day for July is Mudkip, and it's going to be on it's the 21st of July, so we've got a couple of weeks yet, from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. So yeah, they're doing it a bit later, which is cool. So that's awesome. But Chris, we're going straight in with this episode this week for a variety of reasons, but we'll not talk about them on there. We'll talk about that off air. But let's talk about games. What should we start with? Should we talk about Pokemon Go to start with?
Yeah, all right then. Let's talk about Pokemon Go to start with.
And whilst you stall the lovely listeners, I'm going to go shut the door. So
good thinking, because it sounds like there's a crockery fight going on in Colin.
I don't know whether it shows how bad or how good my microphone is, really.
I'd take it as a compliment. So Pokemon Go, there is some sort of 3-year anniversary event going on at the moment.
I
cannot believe we've been covering this game for 3 years. That is frankly obscene.
I can believe that when I saw the announcement come up on the game. I mean, I remember when we first started talking about it, and I didn't really understand it. I mean, a few weeks building up to, you kept mentioning a game called Pokemon Go where you could catch Pokemon. Didn't really think much about it. Just thought it was going to be the small game that would come and go like a lot of these mobile games do. But little did we know it would blow up and be a huge phenomenon. And even though it's nowhere near as big as it used to be, it's still got a huge following and lots of people play it. It was quite funny, actually, when they were talking about Wizards Unite, also from Niantic, the developer of Pokemon Go. The person on the radio, I won't say the radio station I was listening to, but they were talking about...
Oh, was it one of mine?
Maybe aimed at 12-year-olds. Anyway, they were talking. He was talking about the fact this was the Harry Potter game come out, and he mentioned it's from the people who did Pokemon Go, and he was saying, "Do you remember when Pokemon Go was a thing? God, that died a death, didn't it?" And apparently, they got absolutely bombarded with people saying, "Well, I still play it. It's still got a massive community." And he actually had to say, "Oh, no, I'm sorry, I got it wrong." He actually had to backtrack, which was quite funny, really. So yeah, anyway, so Pokemon Go. So I want to bring this up because, Pokemon Go is still very dear to our hearts. We still play it a lot. And there's an event currently going on at the moment, and there's loads of new research tasks in the game. I don't know if you've made your way through these at all, Chris.
Yeah, I've made my way through a couple of waves, but I'm taking it easy because there's a lot of XP to be had, and if you lucky egg whilst you're collecting the rewards, then it's a pretty big deal.
What you could do, Chris, you could just buy loads of lucky eggs with the coins you've made from putting your Pokemons in gyms, store them up, and then use a new one every time you go through a new batch of research tasks.
Oh yeah, and a lot of the research tasks give you lucky eggs, if anyone doesn't play Pokemon Go, they double your XP. So there's a kind of tactical element at play to be had about turning on a lucky egg and then ticking off a load of things you can do. So yeah, I've done sort of 3 or 4 waves in, I think. Yeah, it's pretty huge. Some of the stuff you get from it, and I'm enjoying it. That it's just something a bit different. It reminds me of it reminds me of back right when we started playing Pokemon Go, and Professor Willow was like, "Make 5 Great Ball throws." Do you remember?
Yeah.
Way back in the sort of tutorial days.
And then there's those terrible ones like catch an Aerodactyl, which you can't get anywhere. And then people got
Yeah.
stuck on that for years. But funnily enough, I'm on the second batch of these research tasks, and I'm on the one with Dratini, where you catch a Dratini once you've done the first batch of the tasks. And then on the second round, you've got to evolve a Dratini, take a snapshot with a Dratini, and then there's I think it's walk with your pal for something.
Yeah,
Anyway,
you get a load of candy if you walk anything.
now I'm going to
You
tell
get
you,
candy.
I'm going to tell you a massive fail I did, and you can probably
Oh,
guess.
can I guess? Can I guess,
Yeah, you
Colin?
can probably guess what I've done.
Did you evolve your Dratini before taking a photo of it?
Maybe. Oh, I'm such a fucking idiot. I literally just saw at the top evolve Dratini. I was like, yep, do that one. Tick. What's the next one? Oh shit. I thought, no, that's okay. Maybe if I just take a picture of my Dragonair, it'll still register it. Oh no, it doesn't. Oh, so annoying. So I'm pretty stuck on that for it. Oh, I'm such a bloody idiot. Hopefully I'm not the only one who's done that. Thought they've been really clever. Dratini's like where I live, like normally like a few will spawn. Like, back in the day, they used to spawn quite regularly down on the seafront, but I've not seen a Dratini in the wild for a very long time. They appear very sporadically. But also important to note, forgetting my massive fail, is the fact that tomorrow is the start of Pokemon Go Fest in Germany, in Dortmund. So that's running from tomorrow to the 7th. And as they do a lot I think they did it when it was the Chicago one last month, there's going to be extra XP and extra double candy and stuff if you do enough research tasks in a certain amount of time. So each team, Mystic, Valor, whatever the other one's called, no one cares, have to do a certain amount of research tasks in an allotted amount of time. And if they reach that, bonuses come to everyone around the world. So that's exciting. And someone I know or I used to work with is actually going to Pokemon Go Fest in Dortmund tomorrow. And he is going to be able to catch unknowns because there's going to be a nest of them there. So you can believe he's really popular at the moment. He's like, can you catch us an unknown, please? Please. Because unknowns, you just cannot catch them anywhere. They're probably one of the rarest Pokemon. So he's going to have like a shed load of them. It's going to be very annoying. But we will, I guess, talk next week about whether, how the Dortmund Pokemon Go Fest goes and whether people successfully meet the targets for the challenges. But yes, so those are cool things happening in Pokemon Go. And the other side of the spectrum, I just wanted to quickly talk about Harry Potter Wizards Unite, which we've already alluded to, and we spoke about this last week. We both started playing it when we recorded last Monday. Chris wasn't so into it.
Yeah, I've already taken it out of my regular rotation.
Oh, Matt, well, I'm the complete opposite. I am still well in. I'm loving it. And at the moment, I would say I'm playing it more than Pokemon Go. Only slightly, but I am more in it. It's got me hooked. I love the Wizarding World, and I love the story elements. I love the tasks where the more you do, the more you find out about the backstory, which is cool. And I've even encountered some emergency foundables. Oh boy. I came face to face with what was it? I can't remember what it was called. In Theory, which are those zombie things from the second one. So that's an emergency one. A hag as well. I've seen a hag. Have you
what does an emergency is this part of an event?
It's like a legendary Pokemon or a rare Pokemon, basically. Right. They're just ones that don't appear very often and they're really hard to catch. So in theory, like the top level ones, for example, would be young Tom Riddle, who's Voldemort. That one, he's like an emergency one. Soz. I've not seen him yet, but if you look in the registry, he's there. His outline's there, so it's not like a surprise. But loads of dark wizard things, like Aragog and things like that, just like ones that you don't see that often, so they're rare. But I've come face to face with a few. The creepiest one was the hag, because when you successfully get rid of the confoundable, which is protecting the foundable hag, the animation after you've successfully got rid of it, the hag comes towards the screen as if she's going to attack you. Last minute, she gets zapped away. It's actually really creepy because the animation is actually really good on the character designs, I think. Anyway, so yeah, I'm really in. I'm on level 10, I think, halfway through level 10 at the moment. I've seen I've joined so many Facebook groups for Wizards Unite, and unbelievably, there are some people who are already on level 30. That is
Oh my gosh.
insane. How have they done that? It's only been out for like 12 days. That's crazy. But apparently, there's 60 levels in total. And someone made a good point that from the XP you have to get from level 1 to 30 is about 1/16 of the XP you need to get all the way to level 60 or something ridiculous like that. So
Yeah,
it's a
that's the same
big
with
slog.
Pokemon Go, where something like the last 2.5 levels is the same amount of XP as the first 36.5 or whatever it is.
I mean, it's such a thrill when you level up in Pokemon Go, but then you just think, oh God, I've got so far to go to get to the next one.
Yeah,
That's
such
the
a race,
problem.
isn't it?
I just want to quickly also mention regarding Harry Potter, they've had a couple of events. There's an event coming up, I think tomorrow, this next one starts. But there
It's
was one,
actually already started because
was
I've
it
just
today?
caught some brilliant confoundables.
Oh, okay. We'll go on to that in a minute, but I just want to quickly talk about the event that happened on Saturday, which was the first event since the game was released completely to the public and wasn't just in beta. And this was where there was double XPs from inns, where you got double spell energy, and all care of magical creature tracers gave you additional XP and things like that. So it was the first event, and a lot of people were excited about it. It was good. I mean, there was just a lot of magical creatures everywhere. That's really all I saw with it. But yeah, it was good. I like these events. But there's, as Chris has said, the next event, which apparently is something that was quite common during the beta stages. They were doing these quite a lot in Niantic, but this is the first one they've done since the game has been launched everywhere. And this is the brilliant event. And this started today, which Chris has just told me. And this means you'll be able to catch rare Pokemon that will only appear during these events. And there's an extra page that appears in your registry where these Pokemon, not Pokemon? Could be weird if it was Pokemon.
Yeah, I
where
wondered
these
because you called them
creatures,
Pokemon the first time,
and
and I was like, is he doing a joke or not? But
it's a
no,
very
twice.
long-winded joke, but
Yeah.
I mean, foundables. Foundables is what I mean. So it means foundables, rare ones appear, and they're all called brilliant foundables. So there's brilliant Buckbeak, brilliant Salamander, brilliant Scorched Tree Stump, and there's a few other ones here as well. So there are creatures that only appear during the brilliant events, and yeah, they're very rare, basically. So it's cool, and yeah, and there's more tasks as well. So it's good. I do like these events. Which brilliant creature did you encounter?
How can I tell you? A unicorn, I think,
Oh, the brilliant unicorn. Yeah.
and something else like a hippogriffy buttbeaky thing.
So the unicorn is the low rarity, so that's the
Wow,
easiest one to
rude.
catch.
Well, I
the
worked
highest,
very hard on it actually.
the highest one is the giant spider. That one's the rarest one.
Keep
I
it
mean,
healed.
I'm really liking Wizards Unite. The only thing that's annoying me, as I said last time, is spell energy, which is still being a bit of a burden. Though they've increased how much you get from inns and how much you can store, still a bit frustrating that it does deplete very, very quickly. I found with Wizards Unite that my inventory, or it's called the Vault actually in Wizards Unite, does fill up a lot quicker than it does in Pokemon Go. So your backpack and your Pokemon storage there doesn't seem to be as much space. So it seems like they are really trying to push more you spending real life money. Whether that's something that Warner Brothers have encouraged Niantic to do, I don't know, but it's much more apparent in Harry Potter, which is a shame. But I'm still proud of the fact that I've not spent a penny on Pokemon Go, and hopefully I will never spend a penny on Wizards Unite, but we shall see. And one final thing I want to talk about is the fact I have got Crash Team Racing on Nintendo Switch. It arrived today, so I'll be playing that at some point over the next week.
Oh, I assumed you already started playing it.
Well, no, I played it on PlayStation over the weekend, and I loved it. It's great. They've everything that was great about Crash Team Racing from PS1 days is back, and they've just enhanced it. Basically, it's not. I mean, the battle modes are really cool. I do remember they had a few battle modes back in the original one, like Crystal Dash and one where you have to like hit each other with the pickups. But they've got a load of new ones now, which are cool. What was the one that? Oh, Catch the Flag. That one's really fun, actually. It's cool they've mixed it up, and the online mode's cool as well. It just looks great, and it's really challenging as well. Like in the original PS1 game, you could play on hard, and it was difficult, but it wasn't it wasn't that hard. But they really upped the ante in this one. If you play on hard, or I think hard is the highest difficulty, it's absolutely brutal. You get destroyed by TNTs, potions, by rockets and missiles every 5 seconds, and all the other races are like ridiculously quick. So that's a good challenge there. But I'm looking forward to playing that on Switch and seeing how well it works on handheld mode. So looking forward to that. Anyway, Chris, what have you got?
The only big piece of news that it's been a really quiet week, I think, unless we've just missed something huge and obvious. But the big thing that has caught my attention is the Pokemon Company have finally released a statement. Well, not finally, but have released a statement with regards to the National Pokedex palaver that's been going on basically since E3. So Mr. Junichi Masuda has put a statement on the Pokemon Company's website, a message for Pokemon video game fans that reads as follows. Thank you to all of our fans for caring so deeply about Pokemon. Recently, I shared the news that some Pokemon cannot be transferred to Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. I've read all your comments, Brave, and appreciate your love and passion for Pokemon. Just like all of you, we are passionate about Pokemon, and each and every one of them is very important to us. After so many years of developing the Pokemon video games, this is a very difficult decision for me. I'd like to make one thing clear. Even if a specific Pokemon is not available in Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, that doesn't mean it will not appear in future games. The world of Pokemon continues to evolve. The Galar region offers new Pokemon to encounter, trainers to battle, and adventures to embark on. We are pouring our hearts into these games, and we hope you'll look forward to joining us on this new journey. June 28th, 2019, Junichi Masuda. I'm surprised they acknowledged the outrage, the discussion, the controversy around the national decks. However, I feel like it's a very blunt and to the point statement, saying we hear you, but we can't do it. But I do feel like it's the wrong way to go about it.
It's sort of a nothing statement, really, isn't it? They've not really said anything.
It's just like an update. We still hold the same position. Like, yeah, it's a bit mealy mouthed.
Almost comes off as a bit sarcastic, to be honest.
Yeah, I am very surprised that they would put a statement out that. I mean, I'm not surprised that they aren't doing the national decks, like the controversy hasn't caused them to change the inherent game design. But I'm just surprised that they've been like, no, it's fine how it is. Your favorites will probably come up sometime soon, because like I feel like it really takes away from what so many people love about Pokemon. Excuse me, to be like your favorites aren't in this one, but hey, they might be soon. Like, gotta catch them all, but I guess not. I don't know. Very strange.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. And normally, I mean, are Nintendo and the Pokemon Company, are they normally ones for going back on decisions and backtracking? I don't think they are, really.
Yeah, not really. I would be surprised if they backtracked on this, to be honest.
Yeah, same. I mean, it is basically, that statement is the nicest way possible for them to say, tough love, get over it, get used to it, it's not changing. But in the nicest way possible. But we love you anyway. So yeah, I mean, it's a shame, but I mean, I'm still psyched for Sword and Shield. I'm not normally that interested in these Pokemon games, but I just like how it looks, and having it on Switch will be exciting as well. So I may check it out. But will I get Sword or Shield? That is the question. Which one?
Yeah, we'll see. I'm probably still going to get it, even though this does annoy me a wee bit.
Only a wee bit though.
Yeah, not as long as my boy Girafarig is still in it. I don't care.
Let me have a look what Girafarig is. How do you spell that?
Girafarig goes, we riot. Girafarig.
Oh, is this that weird Girafarig Pokemon? Is that weird giraffe thing? Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, he is a giraffe, but he's not weird. He's lovely.
Actually, he's quite cute, isn't he? I think that weird tail's a bit odd, though. A bit strange. Yeah, it's sort of cute as well. God, there's some weird fan art. If you Google it, there's some very strange fan art.
Oh yes, I'm gonna get into that right now.
Oh boy, Rule 34. Anyway.
Anyway, next week I don't know we'll be back as normal next Wednesday, I think.
Yeah, and this is one of your weeks where you're off gallivant.
Is it one of my bad weeks? I'll message you. We'll work something out.
We'll talk. Our people will talk.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think it is actually, but anyway, yeah, we'll talk. I hope you enjoy Crash Team Racing.
Yes, have you got it yet?
No, I'm gonna wait for it to come on PlayStation Plus.
Well, here's the thing, like I bought it on Amazon when it was £30 and 40 pence, but every day it's going down by like 50p. So now it's like £28,
really?
which is really annoying. So
Yeah.
so annoying. But oh well, hopefully it'll be worth it because yeah, I'm sure it'll be great. Anyway, thank you for listening, everybody. It's been a bit of a shortish episode, but that's what you get when the biggest television event of the year is going to happen in about 20 minutes. Oh shit.
Oh Lord.
Oh God. Anyway, so we'll be back in some form next week, I guess, but maybe not in the form that you know. I've been Colin. That's been Chris. This has been the Heroes of Handheld podcast. We're on Twitter at Handheld Podcast. You can find us on where else can you find us? Facebook. We're on iTunes. You can find us on Spotify if you search for Heroes of Handheld on the podcast section. Just search Heroes of Handheld. We are everywhere. You can email us heroesofhandheld@gmail.com. If you've been playing Wizards Unite, we'd love to hear from you what your thoughts are and what your thoughts are on the statement regarding the Pokedex in Sword and Shield, whether you're happy or annoyed by the statement or whether you're just a bit like, meh, who cares? We'd love to know. So get in contact. And also a big shout out to Ben Aldridge, who did our new logo. Need to mention this. It's we've only had this new logo for about a month now. It's very sexy. It's very lovely. So thank you very much for doing that.
And the Schnauzer Radio Orchestra for doing our theme music.
Legends. So until next time, dear listener, have a lovely week. Team Amy all the way. Bye.
Wow. Bye.